Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Wednesday night, April the 20th. These are the charts of the day. Well, the market astounds analysts and continues to move higher after everyone thought we were going to roll over. That's why we continue to play the longs. We have not seen evidence of a major turnaround yet, although obviously some of the major market leaders like Apple and Google certainly tested support before they bounced today. And that doesn't mean we're going straight up from here either. We could probably still see some downside, although right now the jury's still out. In any case, I'm going to go over the longs today. ACADIA Pharmaceuticals, a stock we've been watching since this pop in December in this beautiful coil or wedge that formed. Popped again and then moved sideways for the next several months here, consolidating with multiple tops at that level that was breached today with a big price volume surge of 13% on 4.2 million shares, the biggest volume since January. Breakout certainly has occurred. There is some minor resistance up around the 235.40 range, which we expect to be tested tomorrow, but certainly the top of the channel that we're drawn in here around 330, 350 could be our next target. Nice snapback on ALLT Communications, which had a nice strong trend up until February-March period where it had a deep pullback and went below the moving average. Now, at that point, it then snapped back and then pulled back to retest, got very quiet in here, consolidating near the moving averages, and today popped to $1.09 or 7.4%. as volume surged to the biggest level in 2 weeks. Now, clear resistance ahead of 16.5, but I expect that could be tested shortly. If it is taken out, my new trend channel that I've drawn in here, it shows for a top around the 20 to 21 range, and that would be my trading target if we make a price volume surge that takes out 16.5. Cubist Pharmaceuticals continues to look excellent and is running in gapping. Here's a gap, and here's a gap, and here's another gap. 3-day flag was broken out. Stock moved up $1.61 or 5% today. 2.75 million shares traded. It looks like the stock is going to run into at least the mid-30s, maybe the high 30s or low 40s at some point, not too far distant future. CIDM digital, Cinedigm digital cinema. Interesting one-year base pattern broken today with a thrust of 44 cents or 23.4% on volume of 800,000 shares, by far the biggest volume we've seen on this stock in at least 2 years. So a significant price volume surge should lead to a retest of the March-April high here in, let's take a look at that again. The April high that spiked up to 324, that's our near-term target. That's about a 45th% pop from where we are now. Up next is EFII, which had a significant surge, in my opinion, today, moving out of this wedge after the big pop here and the coil that formed, or the wedge that formed. It exploded for 93 cents today, closed a penny off the high, up 5.5%. Volume was decent. The technicals are holding up nicely. If we can get them through the 18.15 level, I expect the stock could be 19 to 20. That's my short-term target. GLNG, absolutely fantastic session today, and we called for a swing trade on it. The stock early on this morning, the stock ran $4.22, 16% gain, 1.93 million shares, the biggest volume in about a month. And certainly a clean breakout from this flag pattern here, which held right near the 21-day moving average. At this point, looking for a move towards 35.36, a short-term target at the top of the channel. Winston Diamond Corp, which we called for a swing trade here and worked out successfully, then pulled back over a 2-week period to consolidate, holding the 21-day moving average at the bottom of the channel. Today bouncing 67 cents or 4%. And then pick up in volume, maybe the beginning of a move. We'll keep close tabs on it for you, but certainly across 18, looking for a move to 20. Big day today for IntraLinks holdings, which popped and moved out across a 6-7 week trading range with a sharp pickup in volume, and you can see how the technical surge as well. Certainly looking for a quick follow-through move that takes us to near 35. One of my current favorite longer-term chart patterns, LXU, you can see this beautiful rising channel, had been consolidating in a slightly declining channel for the last 3-4 weeks, and today popped for $1.62 on a slight pickup in volume, although I'd like to see better volume. I like the way the technicals held up during this entire decline, and right now I'm looking for a move to the mid-40s. Let's call it 45 for a trading target, and we put a swing trade out on that today. Nice snapback out of this folding wedge on OVTI today as well, up $1.73 on 1.87 million, nearly 6% run up. Technicals just started to turn. This could be a move of significance that, with a short-term target at 34 to test the gap. If it does get through that, resistance at 37, would be secondary target, third target around 40.41. RealPage, RP, today popped across a key resistance zone right here that lasted all year for 2011. And a significant enough breakout where I think the stock's going to make it up towards the 33.5 to 34 zone, a short-term target. And as a result, we put a swing trade out on that one today as well. Nice day today for Silicon Motion. I believe that should have probably been put out as well. We spotted it early enough when it was trading around 9.5. It got up to 10.23, closed at 10.15, up $1.20, 13.4%. 1.75 million shares. Second heaviest volume since the beginning of February, and that certainly looks like it could run here. Look at the surge in on-bounce volume, very confirming technically, and with the near-term, short-term target at 11.5, that's near overhead resistance. If you draw a line thusly, and then draw a parallel line off of these highs, we could see significant upside with a secondary target up around 14. And that's what we'll set for SIMO. TRS, TriMas, big day today as well. This little head and shoulder bottoming pattern exploded for 253 or 12% on 2 million shares today. That's by far the biggest volume we've seen on TRS in years. Matter of fact, since it's gone public in 07, that's the biggest, or been listed anyway. It's the biggest move we've seen, and this is to new all-time highs as well. At this point, we step back, redraw the channel, and give you an estimate that somewhere potentially could be in the mid-30s on a secondary price move, but my near-term target is about 27.28. Nice pop in USAT today, up 26 cents or 10% on 2.5 million shares. And note the breakout across this line here, which takes out the last 6-week consolidation and calls for at least a test of the $3 range short-term with 3.40.45 secondary target maybe coming up on that one. And lastly, and then next is UTEK, UTEK, a swing trade idea of ours when it popped here, but look at the 2-week pullback. Very orderly, but still a bit of a concern. It did finally bounce off the trend channel bottom today and spiked up for $2 or 8%. If this does follow through, I'll look for a move into the 32 range, my trading target for UTEK. And that's it for today. When markets close on Friday, will be no video tomorrow. Well, I'm going to be gone for a 3-day weekend. You guys enjoy yourself, and we'll talk to you on Monday. Bye-bye.